What's the crack?
With Janet, Devlin, and Conzo.
Yeah, me too.
Craic.
With both of us, whoever we are.
All right, guys. Hello. Welcome back to the What's the Crack podcast, season 2. I'm just making this a tradition now because Conzo is my housemate, so he's going to be on the first episode of every season.
Also, I got some bones to pick with some of you in the comments. you thought I was gone. You thought I was just replying to you. I came back.
He's like toe fungus. He just keeps coming back.
I forgot what they said, but
oh wait, I have
fuck
I have to show this. I'm not derobing for funsies. I'm patriotic, guys.
Yep, America. It's like an STD. It just gets everywhere.
I love it. Because, Conzo was fighting a battle in the comment section the last episode.
I'm fighting a battle every single day. And
you just asked me, you were like, can I message these people back? I was like, go off. I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. I'm ill-informed and opinionated. I'm a dangerous combination. Like, if you've ever been ignorant and just really full of yourself, that's a Conzo. It's a vibe.
Empty head, open mouth.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
I'm just here to see who can scream louder. The thing I learned about like fighting on the internet is that like one, it has to be water off the back. You cannot take it personally whatsoever.
Yeah.
And two, there are some people who fight to educate. People who are reading it. There's some people who like fight for a cause. I fight to maybe you ruin your day. Like for the rest of your day, you have to think about this. It's not productive, but it does me good.
Yeah, I understand that there's no such thing as winning a fight on the internet. But if I'm PMSing, all right, and I log onto my phone and I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood. There's always a mean comment I can find in 0.6 seconds.
Oh my God.
And I'm
Twitter.
Straight in there. I'm
Yeah.
whoop. And then people are like, don't feed the trolls. I was like, no. I'm having fun.
Yeah, this is for me. I have a really big bat now. You're not going to tell me not to use it.
And then if it's a real good one, I like to screenshot it and post it everywhere.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I sometimes feel bad, but I will go to like someone's Facebook and I'll like find an embarrassing photo of them. And then I'll also add that. Like that one guy who made that really weird comment on my Instagram about like being touched by my father or something like that.
Oh,
I was like, okay, I'm going after your calves. You're a bodybuilder. This is your Achilles heel kind of thing.
You skip leg day, you bitch.
Yeah, and it worked. He deleted his account. I've never seen him since.
There you go. Don't mess with us. Like, I think the ones that get me though, the ones that like, cause sometimes I like to kill people kindness. If they're genuinely saying something that's literally twisted, then I'm like, I'm gonna just jump in here with the love train. Like that girl, I posted a photo of my swimsuit down at like a beach in the summer. And like this woman, she's like 50 years old, dude. She slid in my DMs.
The one that you're coming for her husband.
No, different one.
Just remember, she is coming for your husband.
I am always coming.
She wasn't going to, but now she is.
No, I am. Yeah. I've made it my life mission. An older man, you say?
Russell Crowe
Hold me back.
out, so maybe this one will.
Do you know how hard it was not to tell it? Like, to be on stage? Because normally I say the most out-of-pocket stuff on stage.
Oh, you say it all the time.
Well, yeah, but even when the adrenaline hits, I say the weirdest shit. And, like, I was on stage and I had to hold back every fiber of my being from being like, so, like, Russell Crowe was, like, one of my first crushes.
Well, hold on. Just to kind of like build it up. Where on stage were you? Like, just in case anyone's not following the journey.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, by the time this comes out, this will be old news. I was out in Australia in January doing 2 gigs with Russell Crowe.
Oh. Yeah, just I wanted to do that little fucking humble brag there for you. Okay, now continue with your story.
No, yeah. All I was doing was trying not to tell the audience that I had a massive crush on him because you could hear it in the dressing rooms.
Really?
So if I'm on stage going, he's fit, it'd be like, hey, Russell.
Like, damn, did that gray hair match the gray drapes? I hope. I'm really betting on here. I'm just really disappointed that you at any point did not say, are you not entertained? Like, how classic would that have been?
Because I knew from going on stage you could hear the music and the talking in the dressing rooms. If that wasn't a thing, I would have obviously before I left stage been like, "Are you not entertained?" But I was like, "Janet."
And also at that point, you guys weren't the besties friends that you are now, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, total besties now. No, but there definitely was. We didn't really get properly chatting until the gigs were done.
Yeah, and you don't want to throw a fucking a ballpark left zinger out there when you don't know how the person's going to take that, because that's going to be an awkward 2 days if you are now known as like, are you not entertained girl who can't leave her room?
Yeah,
that would have been pretty.
Although there was a really awkward moment.
Was there?
Okay, I will share this because
wait, do I already know this? Or
no.
Is this news? Oh my God, I'm learning this firsthand.
I've never wanted to die more in my life.
Wish she tried to
Which
kill herself.
is a lot. That says a lot, guys. Okay, like that's the bar is in hell. So we got there and then blah 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 blah. We all ended up having dinner together. So like the band are there, his family, and blah blah blah. There's loads of people. Anyway, so we're sitting down and everybody goes and plates up, and then you sit. And bear in mind, me and Jim had travelled for like 27 hours at this point. Jim,
okay.
my pianist, yeah. We travelled pianist. We travelled for 27 hours, right? So when we got there, we were dazed and confused. Like we were trying to stay up to avoid jet lag. So we get there, we sit down, and Jim's like chomping away into his dinner. I'm just like eating a few carrots because like I was like my stomach was in knots because I knew I had to sing after dinner. And I think like in my peripheral, I picked up that people weren't like munching away, so I was trying to be good,
matching them.
Yeah,
it's like when you share a plate with somebody, you don't want to like eat
over
faster
yeah. But what happened was Russell Crowe was trying to get our attention
with his
but
eyes.
we didn't feel it.
Use your words. You're a grown-up, Russell.
No, well, he was at the other side of the big table, so like yeah. And anyway, so he comes down.
There's a chance that Russell might watch this. Hold on. When I said use your words, Russell, I really meant that like I'm a really big fan, and I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him. Oh my god. He comes down and he very nicely says it. Like there was nothing in his tone or demeanor that was mean. He was just like, we usually wait until everybody sat down and seated before we eat. He said it to Jim because at this point he had barely said 2 words to me. So I was like,
oh shit.
Ah. Jim and me were dying. I swear to God. Like so then I went into full like acting mode, right? So I'm sat there, like obviously he's welcomed everybody and we start eating. And then I'm sitting there cutting my foot up with a big smile on my face, and so's Jim. And I goes, do you want to fucking kill yourself right now? And he's like, yeah, I want to die. Wow. I'm like, wow, we're having the best time.
That is some good first impressions. I'm kind of a little bit heated right now, thinking that is the worst situation to ever be in.
Do you know what the worst bit was?
I don't want to know.
There's people beside us. So we're at the end of the table. He's at the other end of the table. There's people on our sides, and nobody thought to go, hey, we don't normally eat till everybody's sitting.
You're new here. You're just a little guy. You don't know the rules.
I'm a brand new baby.
Yeah, this is a new house for you. This
right.
is a new food for you.
And then he was very nice about it though. He's like, oh, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying because I know you guys have travelled now for ages, and you probably haven't had a proper meal now in a long time. I'm not blaming you. I'm just letting you know. But it doesn't stop you from wanting to off yourself, like. Yeah,
just imagine anyone you watch from like your childhood onwards who you find amazingly attractive because you're into older men. We're just gonna keep bringing that up.
Yeah.
Walk up to you, be like, "Hey,
don't
asshole, do that. You are rude now. Congratulations."
Yeah, ground. If the ground was like, "Hey, want to jump in?" I'd been like, "Oh, diving head first."
It only goes up from here, I guess. And then you're like, "Guess I'll go sing in front of all these people who did not tell me not to eat."
Yeah.
Do you ever get performance anxiety?
All the time.
Does it ever go away?
No.
Oh, shit.
Because I was getting compliments from like people about like my stage performance and stuff. Like, because I give it like the big arms. I'm Flappy Bird on stage, you know what I mean?
Did you play the guitar for him?
No, thank God. But I'm doing all this, and they're like, "Oh, I love all of that, like Stevie Nicks, blah blah blah." And I'm like, I only do that because if I held my hand out, you'd see it's going like that. So if I like I'm doing all these weird hands, but it's because like if I do that, then I'm holding the muscle and I'm not like
it's like that one TikTok, "Oh, I'm not trying to seduce you. Well, do you want me to seduce you?" Like,
so that was pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you also kind of played it off when you had a little bit, like, towards that one song where the piano didn't work.
Yeah, the last song in the first night. Piano died on the last note of the second last song. And I'd been amping the audience up the whole night about singing along on this last song and blah, 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 blah.
Here we fucking go.
Yeah, so then I ended up doing an a cappella version of Living on a Prayer.
So these people think you're just, like, in control. Like, you're a confident, human who almost took their life on the first night. I'm really glad you didn't.
I know, right?
I wouldn't know what to do with the house if you didn't come back, because I'm legally.
I would say there's some money in the company to pay rent for maybe a month or two.
I think he's going to be heartbroken. He's not going to be paying rent for. Me and my cat are just going to have to abandon the house and leave as well.
Just leave, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Let me think about myself a little bit more. Oh, my best friend just died. Better worry about me.
Yeah, I know, right? So I was about to ask, like, what's happened since the last time we've done this?
I don't know. I feel like it's been about a year, has it not?
Been about a year.
How have we grown as people in a year? Next subject.
Next topic.
When you realize you haven't done anything.
How can you improve on perfection?
Yeah, exactly. We're already doing... World of Warcraft came back out, and it's really cool. Level 70 on a whole bunch of things. I think you've watched me there many a nights.
Yeah. It's hard to know, though, because like you do your work at your computer.
Do I?
Not that bit of the work, the admin style of stuff. Yeah, he's not.
There's cameras all around.
Working hard or hardly working? Both.
Literally working
hard. But hardly working. Both at the same time. Anyway, he doesn't do that kind of work there. No, he's doing his admin stuff, probably replying to people. But yeah, I'm always like, is he okay?
Yeah, if you ever see me with headphones on, just like, it's never the sexy
it's
stuff.
Either
It's
that
always
or you're like, well, it's not a troll game, it's something else.
troll game.
Your little mountainy people that like.
I love my little mountainy people.
What
like
is that?
It's rock and stone.
Yeah.
So one gun, you're like a.
Or the beavers.
I love the beaver game.
Yeah.
This is what I like to do with my time. But no, charity stuff is going along well. So something people don't know about a charitable status is you need to prove that you are doing your charitable stuff every year. So you have to write up a big report. And unfortunately, as an animal sanctuary without land, which we're lucky enough to have the money to buy, but we're buying land is hard.
You're going up against conglomerates, like.
Oh, literally a bunch of American trust funds and investor funds are buying up land here left and right. And
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah, finding land that works for us that also isn't going to cost us an arm and leg has been a bit hard. But to get around this, we're going to be partnering up with some other local charities in Scotland. So food banks, and we're going to be offering programs through them. So one thing we're going to start doing is offering night classes. We're going to be sponsoring them for people who are on benefits to go get more criteria so they can be in better employment or
tick more boxes.
Yeah, enter the job field after a long period of time. So it's one of those things, you just kind of find ways around it, but it's so disheartening trying to do something and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere,
Yeah, it's like you achieve one thing and then it's like another door closes and you're like, well, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you just feel like a big fucking failure going around in circles and shit. Like who teaches you what to do, and I need someone to hold my hand. I'm a 30-year-old man, but I'm like, someone please mentor me.
Babysit me,
yeah,
please.
That'd be nice. You ever felt like that in like the music industry where it's like
I know nothing. When people ask me about the music industry, I'm always like, I don't know, I'm not in it.
I'm just a chill guy.
Literally, I think whenever I was doing loads of YouTube stuff and I was being invited to YouTube the creator stuff and blah 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 blah, when I was at those things, people would ask me about what it's like in the music industry, and then when I'm at music industry events, they're asking me about what it's like to be a content creator, and I'm like, so it's like two popular kid tables, and I'm not welcome at either.
Really?
Yeah, no. But I found out that they use my so someone I know was in like a major label, I'm not going to say who, meeting, and they were using my social media as an example
of what to do
when releasing.
Just to clarify.
Yeah,
because I've seen your social media sometimes.
Yeah, it's a mess. I know. Jumping back into TikTok soon. My head was upside down with everything. But
yeah, how many flights did you take this last month?
16 flights in 26 days.
Yeah, there's no way you could have filmed like an actual thoughtful TikTok other than like, hey, I'm really tired. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, literally, because it was all bloody. It was dry January, so I'm obviously wheeled out as the national fucking alky. Mm-hmm. Go, talk to us about your alcoholism. Dance, monkey, dance. And it's like, I don't mind doing it whenever the audience is like people who are like trying to get better. Because it was like alcoholism, but also like mental health stuff. So I was doing loads of that. And like, that's fine whenever there's people in the room that want to get better or be better or like improve themselves. But whenever it comes to performing in front of like people who aren't.
Because you said at one point you had to do this in front of like some business people.
Yeah, and I was like, wow.
They don't want to hear your alcoholism stories. Like they just want you to entertain.
Exactly. Honestly, I was just like, please. That was one of the ones as well. I had to actually say a speech. I was like, oh my God.
What do you even say to them? Like, hey, sorry that you're all really rich.
Yeah, must be nice.
Anyway, here's my story. Well, I think people assume that you make more money
than I do.
Yeah, because they see like artists and they see how the wealth is portrayed on the internet. They see your big following and that you've been doing this for a long. They're like, wow, Janet is loaded, but a bill from the council has sent you into a tailspin kind of thing. Like,
don't even.
I'm even in
£624 a month for 5 months or something.
Yeah, it's just so funny how one bill can just like, oh wait,
wipe you out.
Maybe I am not financially stable.
Yeah, like I was like, because I have a wee bit of savings, like literally, like I think like.
Is it how much a month?
How much a month and what?
For council tax.
£624.
We're paying £624 in council tax.
No, I am, for my mistake.
Okay, I was about to be like, well, I just hand you money.
I'm gonna go, guys. No, I'm paying for the consequences of my actions. Even though when I explained to people what actually happened, I did a whole podcast on it so people know.
Did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So like, I did everything right. So anyway, so I've been like living like a broke B word for like 4 months now.
Yeah, sometimes I'm asking you like what you want for dinner, and you're like, oh, I'm photosynthesizing. Like it doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There's no sun here.
I'm meditating.
Yeah.
And breathing.
I'm thinking of my actions and just feeling myself up like that.
Yeah. I like to think of all the awkward moments, so they fill me up with nausea.
Yeah, it's funny watching you bounce between like the different mind states of like, oh, I have no money to do anything. Oh, I'm gonna look up housings to see how much this costs and all that.
No,
stuff.
the annoying thing was I woke up today and a friend had fucking sent me this link to this amazing flat that was shared ownership. So basically, you own like 25% of the house, and then over the space of time, you can buy more of the house. So like if you then manage to save up another 20k, then you can buy more.
And then if you get your other friends to sign up for it, then you get a discount on another house. We're gonna girl boss our way to the top.
An MLM for houses. No, so it was like the most amazing location. It was near stables, near a golf course. It was on like 420 acres of land, and the deposit for the house was 13 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if there was like a rich person who wanted to give you 13 grand to live your best dreams? And you would probably really appreciate that as well, huh?
I'm not saying no. I'm not declining your offer because this house is so perfect.
No, really.
Like, well, because then it's a
sugar
2-bed.
daddies attack.
It's a 2-bed, so we could live in it.
I'm invited.
And it would be mine, so then the cat can live there because it's not rented.
Oh my god, that'd be so lovely. Let's find this cat in his own apartment, man. He smells so bad sometimes.
Bless him.
Yeah.
He doesn't mean to.
I feel like some of it's malicious because like.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely
way...
done a tactical shit a few times.
No, he's been like staying on my chest, and then he decides to fart. I'm just like, is this the only this big fucking?
Is this what being a parent is like?
I don't envy. I'm so sorry for anyone.
Sorry, Rick.
Sorry, Rick.
Sorry, Rick,
Oh,
for being a parent.
Why do you think he's running so much now? He's trying. He's like.
He's running away.
Yeah, like he's halfway gone. He's like, I have to make a decision right now, and turns around, and comes back.
I swear to God, though, the days I was smashing the running, I had the most to run from at the same time.
Yeah, because you made a song about running, didn't you? Or
I did a music video about running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I used to be good at it, and now I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't run 100 meters to save my life.
I cosplay as someone who thinks they can run. Like sometimes
It's so tough.
in my head.
And like that was my only strength when I did CrossFit. Because I could lift decent. I could lift over like my body weight and double my body weight and all that kind of stuff.
I've seen you in the gym hip thrusting those weights or hip humping or whatever
like
that.
Clean and jerks.
Yeah, but you have to hump the weight to get it up.
You do. You have to throw your crotch at it.
Yeah, literally like you slamming shit.
And getting under. Yeah. So like I could still like lift heavy enough, and then I still have my running abilities, which is how I would end up. Because like I remember a few times they had like a leaderboard in one of my gyms, and it automatically your time went into the app. And there was a few times where I came like in the top 3.
Really?
Because in it was like they would chuck in like 1,000-meter run.
How do you not have a god complex after that?
I know, right? Well, because I knew deep down it was like it's not that I'm better at lifting or any of this kind of stuff. It was because I'm bouncy, so I'm very good at box jumps and burpees. I smashed those, and there was loads of that in the workout. And then there was a run, and I was like, whoa. That's where I pick up my time. That is where I like will overtake you.
Yeah.
But then you'll kick my ass whenever it comes to something else.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could like do. I think I tried the Olympic lifting and stuff like that. Just my wrists. I was just like,
oh yeah, there's so like a lot of mobility.
I've never felt so weak in my entire life. I was doing the weight you're doing. I was like, why is it
spicy?
Why is it spicy?
But also in a lot of the big workouts, you just have to lift your body weight.
Really, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm quite heavy.
See, so I was like, what, 52 kilograms?
Oh, must be nice.
So it's like lift 52 kilograms. You're like, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. It doesn't matter what weight I am. That's not a heavy weight.
Finally, the eating disorder coming in for the win. Finally doing something for
I wasn't even unwell and I was eating 3 meals a day and just jamming flat out. No. Not at the minute.
Let's not talk about it.
Let's not talk about it.
We're doing our best over here.
I'm trying. That's all I'm doing. Right, I want to jump in to some fun things.
Oh, was this not fun? Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Scrunch, swallow me up.
Everybody hates me.
So I took some screenshots last night of this app that basically is like a who's more likely.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it'd be fun. So we can smash a few of these.
I'd love to smash it up.
Wait. All right.
Do we have to explain why the person's going to be more likely or...
If it's a good one, then we can explain more. And if it's look, we'll just move on. So who's most likely to appear on some reality TV show?
You chose that one specifically, did you not?
That one I seen and I was like, I have to use that.
Okay, well, here's the question, because we both won reality TV show.
We both did it.
Your TV show, longer. My TV show required... Nakedness. Which one makes the person more... I think I'm more likely to do any of them, and I think you're more likely to be on them longer.
I think it's the nature of the beast, though, isn't it?
What reality TV? What reality show? I'm a Celebrity. Who is more likely to do that?
I think me and my manager talked about this before, where I think I'd be great on that show.
Would you put bugs in your mouth and shit?
Oh, this is the thing. I've got Catholic guilt, and like I always feel bad all the time. So if I got signed up for a bush tucker trial, I'd be like, "Oh, right, okay."
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
I have to do it, guys. I don't want you going hungry, so I would do it. You know what I mean? But I would love to do like Celebrity Big Brother. I think.
Ooh, Big Brother. Do they still do Big Brother?
They kind of bring it back. It's coming back next year.
Really? I think we could probably sign you up for that.
That'd be fun.
Like, what's stopping us? There we go. Janet on Big Brother. Look out. You'll see. You'll see what I have to see every single day.
Dude, they just found out how boring I am.
No, well, I mean, they'll understand how quiet you are.
Oh yeah, no, that is very true.
Like, we have to attach bells to her. If she's not singing, you don't know where she's at. Like, sometimes I'm in the house, I'm just like, when I was hey Janet, you're home. Like,
you're just playing C on the piano to see if I'll sing along. Yeah, no, I've always tried to explain to people. I warned you before you moved in, and you didn't believe me.
Oh, there was no way to believe you.
I scare people. I scare them.
I knew you were in Australia, and I heard like creaking upstairs. I was like, Janet,
is she home?
Has she been home all along?
The amount of texts I get from you going, "You home?"
Oh yeah, 100%. Because it's the ghost. We have a ghost.
We do have a ghost.
We have a ghost in the house.
We have an EMF reader now, and the ghostie lives in my room and the bathroom.
Knowing that we've heard it.
We've heard it.
We've seen it.
I didn't see it, but a friend of ours did.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Awful. I love ghosts though. I want to get the spirit box.
That'd be
the one that switches between radio stations.
Oh my god, love it. All right, next question. Let's hit it.
Who's most likely to get married first?
I will say myself for undisclosed reasons.
Okay.
That I will not be going into right now. Rick, don't look at me like that.
Oh.
Everyone's is allowed to have a past that I will not be talking about.
Because I read this one and the first one to us last night, and then you told me the story behind that, and I was like, I would have bet my last penny that it would have been me.
I was in the military. Everyone's assuming anyway. I was married at one point in my life, many years ago. I was married for a year. We got married for tax reasons. We got $3,000 back. Because if you get married before the 27th of December, your entire last year is taxed as married when you are paying more as a single person. Big money moves, I tell you.
Big money moves.
Would not do it again. No, thank you.
Don't recommend. Buy something they don't really need simply because it's cheap.
I feel like that's you.
But by accident.
And also, are you manic at the time?
Well, that's why if I'm having a manic episode and I want to buy things because I just want the hit, I do it on ASOS and then I can return it straight away.
So you're like responsibly manic.
Responsibly manic,
wow.
Yeah. Because sometimes I just want the hit of buying something, so I'll go on ASOS, buy a bunch of stuff, and then within 30 minutes cancel it.
But I'll buy things for other people, but I won't buy for myself. Like, say my friend, if anyone says anything about not having dinner, my first thought is like, do you want me to buy you dinner? Are you hungry?
Yeah, you just CSI find out their address and send them delivery.
I am a feeder. This is what I do. So I'm quick to buy that no matter the price.
I don't know. I tend to think a lot of purchases are good. I don't buy a lot of things. Neither of us buy a lot of things.
We get Amazon packages how many times a day? Like 6 times a day. There's sometimes like people are at the door every hour.
Do you think?
Especially when you're doing that photo shoot. Like things
yeah. But I was ordering loads of clothes. I was getting sent clothes. I was getting sent makeup stuff. Like
you get sent a lot of stuff as well.
No, I decline most of it.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want people. Because I'm waiting for like the big boy brand. I'm waiting for a big company merger kind of vibes because
or candy. We'll
or sweets. Oh my god, that would
out for candy.
I will sell my soul for sweets. Yeah,
both of us got sent free candy, and that was just I did get sent free
sweeties. Yeah, that was pretty good. But I don't do company merger. Like I don't do promoted posts or anything. Like I've been tempted to a few times because I'm like, oh, I actually do use that brand, but I don't want to muddy the water.
At the same time, like you would highly undervalue yourself. You'd probably do it for the free product. When with your reach and your brand, you should be doing it for
money.
I
know.
And free product.
Yeah, no, I've accepted free products before. I've let people know, obviously, and that it's not an ad because I'm just like, I've just been sent this, and I let them know. Yeah. It was like hair dye.
I always feel like I owe the brand so much for even talking to me. Like, oh my god, I'm blessed. Thank you so much. Let me pump out these numbers and stuff.
I hate having a guilt complex. Okay, see a crime in progress and refuse to help.
Yeah, that's you. Well, I mean, you're just a little guy. You're a little.
That's
fella.
The thing.
What are you gonna do?
Like, if I swear to God, if someone was getting beat up and then they're looking to me for help, and I just went, they'd be like, fair.
Like, do you want me to jump in and beat you up as well? Like, I am not being dragged.
Although I'm not ruling out having like a switch in my brain going off and like having just mental illness McGee take over.
That'd be pretty. You do have a lot of strength in you, and I do blame your Irish genes. I think
Three older brothers and Irish.
Yeah. You got some working muscles or whatever it is.
I got strong thighs.
Yeah, no, because we carried that desk all by ourselves, and it took me and another 2 guys to carry the same desk.
Oh yeah, and we both did it.
Yeah, you were just shrugging it on the way out. Be like, oh, it reminds me back when I was in the fields.
Remember when I used to harvest the purdies, lads?
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but I didn't know if it was gonna be racist.
No, it's still we literally grew potatoes for like a few years. Yeah.
Not racist, factual.
Factual, literally. Who's more likely to lose an argument because they are bad at expressing themselves?
I don't think you've ever lost an argument in your entire life.
I've given up on arguments.
Really?
Yeah,
whenever. Are you sure you didn't black out?
No, it's more like whenever you're arguing with someone and you realize you're too deep in the vacuum to realize how wrong and unempathetic you are.
That's when you just gotta dig in deeper.
I've said to you, like, I've split like on 2 people in my life, and it was like my dad and my first boyfriend, where it takes a lot to switch that part of my brain on that goes visceral and just goes feral. But it's like I unlock this part of my brain that has all of my vocabulary in it.
And you're a pretty well-spoken person, I'd say.
Not well-spoken. I would say well-written.
Well, old-timey written.
Old-timey, yeah. That was the complaint on the book. The guy was like, you write like a ye old Oxford man. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. He's like, it's not very relatable. And I was like, I don't know. It's how I like the words. So I would go into that part of my brain and I go cold and I will just hurt you with words. And the worst part is I'll say something and it takes them a few seconds to figure out what I've just insulted them on, and then they're like, woof, and then I'm just keep going.
Yeah, because I can't imagine you as much of a yeller. But
no.
Then again, I've not seen you in like an altercation or anything like that.
No, I don't think I've ever raised my voice out of anger.
Yeah, which is quite. Because I know that you've had conversations or arguments with people when you are very angry, like long arguments. But I can't imagine you actually like sitting down and screaming at anyone. But,
no, I just cry.
Yeah, that's the dangerous bit of it.
Yeah, because my brain didn't allow me to feel anger for a long time. I thought it was a dirty emotion. So instead of getting angry, I would like emotionally shut down.
Well, I think, back to the question, I think you would go through more unethical means to win an argument.
If I had to.
If you're crazy that day.
Yes.
If it depends.
If the switch goes off.
I think you have the capacity to like do some shit.
Say some stuff.
So I think I will easily admit that I don't want to argue and that I'm wrong. Like I'm okay. I'm just a silly little
You're
guy.
like, I got nothing to prove.
Yeah, well, fuck. I'm in the wrong.
Yeah. No, it just depends. If the person is because like in those scenarios where I've snapped, they'd been pushing me for hours.
Sometimes months.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To try and get me to argue, to yell, to raise my voice, and it just doesn't happen. And it took months of build up for me to snap like that. So luckily, I don't use that part of my brain.
Yeah, because I remember I've only been in the vicinity of you like on one time you've had like a big argument and like you just come out and be like, yeah, I just tore into him for like 2 hours. Like I was like, this is why you suck. This is why I hate you. This is everything you've done wrong. This is
every single thing in chronological order that you've ever done to me and made me feel awful for.
I feel bad for telling you to write a list because you didn't need a list. You fucking had it. You had it memorized.
Yeah, I talked at them for about 3 hours whilst eating my curry, being like, and you did.
You were feeling yourself up as you were going.
Yeah. And I told them everything. That was,
Was it a little like, not lethargic, or was it
cathartic?
Like cathartic? Thank you. That's a big word for Elmo.
I think it was rewarding for me in one way, and that was to see them feel the hurt that I felt. Because whenever you lay it down chronologically, and you see how much of an idiot I was.
Yeah, not only that, but like they see how much wrong they've done, because no one thinks they're the bad guy in their story. Because
you've always got an excuse, a justification, how you were feeling and how your emotions implicated your actions and reactions.
Things you take into account that the other person doesn't. They're just hurt now. But to see how your actions, no matter how much you try to justify them, has hurt someone else, like it's a lot to face, especially in one sitting. You're like, holy shit, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Literally. So, yeah, luckily that doesn't happen. Who's most likely to get drunk?
Most likely.
That's a tough one, because probability-wise, it should be the alcoholic.
Exactly. You are more likely to get drunk. If you start to drink, you're done for.
Yes.
Off that, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
But I do drink, but I don't get drunk. I'll have a few
You have
ciders.
sad boy hours at like 1 a.m.
Oh, and then I go home. 100%. Like, I know my go home time. Like, I start looking around like, I'm going to be alone forever. And then I'm just like, oh, maybe it's time I leave. Like, this is...
It's time for bed.
Yeah, exactly. Order some food,
Or
go
though
home.
at the few early parties, whenever I seen you in sad boy hours, I'd like maybe taken myself out of the party for a little bit because, you know, socially anxious and sober. And I'd like go upstairs and chill. And then I'd hear you come up and I'm like, hey.
Hey, you all right, pal?
And then we'd hang out like at the top of the stairs or something and chat for
Yeah,
a bit.
I remember that part. That was actually
Yeah.
a really good time. That was the best part. I was like, yeah, I got to hang out with Janet for a little bit. And then, like, I went down, had my second wind, stayed for another 30 minutes, and went to bed.
I just went to bed after that.
Yeah. It's nice to know your limits. Like, in a social party, you think you have to continue consuming
Knowing your
it.
limits? What the fuck?
Who would have thunk? Look at us.
I'm so bad at knowing my limits that abstinence is my only option.
Yeah, I'd be like, it's either 0 or 100. No in between.
No in betweens, my guy. Who's most likely to become a professional musician?
I say it's in me. I feel it.
It's in you.
Have you heard me on the uke?
I have.
I can't get the C to the G very easily, but other than that,
Other than that.
yeah.
Most likely to be the most responsible.
I'm really surprised you said that you're responsible on your medication. That
But
works.
even so, Rick summed me up pretty well once, where he goes, "You're the most predictable person." And I was like, that makes so much sense because 90% of the time, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm responsible. I can look after myself. I can manage my diary. I can get shit done.
And
The other 10%,
you
though.
forget your backpack as we're walking here. As
I am jet lagged, though.
How jet lag? How many days are you going to use that for?
I get a good week out of that.
A whole week?
Yeah.
Like your birthday week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was up at 6 a.m. this morning.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That sounds like normal people wake up every day.
I was happy, though. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to chill here.
I think like waking up early and like doing things makes you feel so much better. I just can't do it. Like remember that one time we woke up at like 7 a.m. to go for an 8 a.m. like hawker walk, and then we got like lunch and stuff. We were like, wow, what a productive way to our day. We've never done it since.
No, I know.
We were so bad.
It's so dumb though, because it's like the things that your brain feels. It's like meditation. You know that shit works. You know you feel good after you do it. But why is the most simple thing to do the hardest thing to actually achieve doing?
Because sleep good. Me like
sleep.
And plus, I stay up pretty late because I really like those late hours where it's just like you and no one else kind of thing.
I get the house to myself in the morning, so.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I think we found a great system.
Yeah, you stay up late, I stay up, I get up early. Who's most likely to seduce a police officer on duty?
Yeah, you got them seducing cops' eyes.
I don't know what it is.
I did hear that
uniform though.
Bacon in Ireland is so much more tasty.
Yeah,
That's very true. I call the cops pigs. Get them, liberals.
No, I can't wait to read the comments on that.
Oh God, fuck. I'm coming for you. Just know anything you say.
Not on your OnlyFans though.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Sorry. All right. I don't even need to explain that one. I don't feel like. I think people know that my taste in people is just unhinged.
Yeah.
Because then people go, oh, like, but what about the women you've dated? And I'm like, unhinged.
All of them.
All of them.
The longer you are is it on birth control or off birth control that you're more
off birth control. So when I'm not on any birth control, like right now, way more into women.
You are objectifying women left and right. I've seen them eyes.
I'm no better than a man.
That's why I keep you in the house. Can't let you
I
go
have
to
to
town by
lock.
yourself.
I'm like a dog in heat.
Yeah.
I need to be locked up.
But you are dangerous because you can walk up and be like, oh my God, I love that outfit, and like lowers the guard right
No, but
away.
I'll friend zone myself.
I do that as well.
Yeah.
Like unless someone comes up to me and like inherently says, hey, I am now flirting with you. I
won't get it.
I'm just like, we're just really good pals.
Yeah, because I had it recently where somebody apparently was flirting with me.
Russell?
And no.
Hey, we don't usually eat until later.
Oh my God! Stop. Somebody was flirting with me. Apparently, I don't know. I was just being nice because that's what I think. And I was like, this person's just being nice. And then they were like, no, they were flat out flirting with you. What the frick?
Who is this? Wait.
I can't say anything, but like, let's just say 100% on paper, like my type.
Okay.
Which means a lot of things. But anyway, apparently they were flirting.
That could be. That's a big age range, a big
body range.
Gender could be all over the place.
Yeah,
like,
no
God,
one knows.
that told us nothing.
Yeah, literally. So anyway, it was one of those ones, and I was like, oh, I didn't know. I thought they were just being nice.
Yeah, I think it's easier to traverse life if you think that everyone's just trying to be your friend, versus assuming people want that kind of romantic with you, because then you don't make a fool of yourself. Be like, oh, I thought there was something here, and they're like, no, I just said hello to you. Like,
yeah, but I also broke my rules in that conversation because I was talking to them and they weren't very bright, but like in a nice way. No. It was in a nice way. They weren't they weren't a complicated character is all I'm saying. They weren't complicated, and I love that. And the issue was there was no like back and forth in this conversation.
Was it just you asking questions?
Yes.
That's what you hate most. What's your rule of 3? You'll ask 3
My
questions.
rule of three questions. If you don't ask me a question back or inquire anything at all, I will politely leave the conversation because I'm not carrying it.
I just know so much about you. I'm like the Wikipedia of Janet over here.
But it's a pretty foolproof system. But I was like, nah, I felt they were a nice person. So I was like, okay, I'll just ask you loads of questions. So I think that's how they probably ended up flirting, was because they think, oh my God, she's so into me. And I'm like, I'm actually in work mode right now, and I'm just asking you questions.
How would you know if they're flirting back if like they're not asking you anything or like making any statements, just answering questions? Like, like, what did you do as a child? Would have been better if I did you. I don't know, not as a child. Hold on 1 second. Let's fucking
run that back.
Hey, we edit this, right?
I'm editing it. I'll choose.
Clap.
Have a step sibling they don't know of.
I don't know where my dad is, and he is an active man. So maybe
he has a ball sack.
My dad was married before he was married to my mom. He was still actively married as he married my mom, which gets rid of it, null and voids it. So I am a bastard. So that technical term for that is bastard.
That's fun though. You get to say that word without like hurting anyone.
Yeah, it's just me.
Just you.
I'm hurt.
I'm the problem. Most likely to jump in a river.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I've done it.
I'm not touching that. That's gross.
Yeah, no. You're
it's
like
all murky. I also know that the British water system, as in the people who are managing, have been putting like waste into the water.
Yeah.
And people are just like, cool, I guess I'm not getting in that water.
I've been swimming in the water with a duck and then watched the duck shit. I'm like, all right, well, that's just how it is.
You know, the most unhinged thing I've ever seen is someone stand above a pool and pee into the pool. I was just like, put this person in jail. What are you doing? For some reason, it made it so much more gross to be in that pool.
To see it.
Yeah, it's like you could be in the pool, said, hey, I just peed, and I'm like, haha, funny. But to actually pee into the pool, I was like, I'm never swimming again.
Oh my God.
It was the weirdest life experience I've ever had. I've done a lot of shit, but now that's stuck in my brain.
Quite literally. Okay, this is a would you rather question actually.
Okay.
Use your finances to seduce someone. Use your personality to seduce someone.
I only have one of those things, and it's not finances.
I don't have money, and I have a personality disorder, so...
Who you seducing?
Who am I seducing?
All those songs about your ex-partners are starting to make sense now.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
I don't have a lot going on.
Yeah, I think I would rather use the personality, because finances, they run dry. Because you see a lot of these influencers like, oh, I have a lot of money, of course I get girls, but like...
For how long?
What do you have to offer other than that? Like...
If that's all you've got, then that's no fun.
Yeah.
Because I told you before, I met a guy, I went on a few dates with this Italian businessman.
Was it Andrew Tate that you were talking
Not this guy, but very kind of similar, actually.
She did meet him, not meet him.
I didn't actually meet up with him. He gave me the creeps.
Yeah, well, over messages. I'm just saying, have you dropped this story yet?
This one, I don't know. He was a multimillionaire anyway. Like, he started a company, worked it from the ground up, whatever. And all he was looking for, because he made it very clear, was that he just wanted someone that would drop everything and travel with him whenever he needed them to. So he's like, if I call you and I give you like a 2-day notice to come to the Bahamas, like, can you do it, kind of thing. And anyway, it was fun for a few nights. And then I was like, you know, I this isn't going to work. I'm moving home to Ireland. And he's like, it's fine. I got a pilot's license. I'm sure there's like land I can land on. And I was like,
Ireland is big. You are right.
I was like, yeah, my front field. That's pretty flat. So it was kind of okay. I hadn't ruled him out completely. But then there was 2 things that just ended it. Where he brought up, because we met each other on Harley Street in London, which is obviously Rich Street McGee. And I was there in my little matching workout outfit with my little dog in my handbag, you know?
Very tactical place to be.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just walking to the park.
Janet was like, I got an album to finance. Like,
come on, guys. So we bumped into each other, and then he was asking me to train him in the gym, and I was like, oh, this is the worst way you could chat somebody up.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
So basically, we exchanged numbers, and then he asked to go to the gym, and I was like, do you want to go for dinner instead?
So it worked, was what you're saying.
Well, because he seemed interesting. He was very suave. And I was like, I need to get over my fear of Italian men. No shade to Italian men. I had just really awful experiences. And anyway, then on the date, he said, on like the 3rd day, he said something incredibly inappropriate. He was like, he goes, what age are you? Or whatever. And I was like, oh, I think at the time I was 25. I was like, oh, 24, 25. And he goes, what? Really? And I was like,
because you've never looked your age. And
like, before lockdown, I didn't look my age.
Yeah, this is about as close to your age as you've ever looked.
This is the most close to my age that I've looked, But before lockdown, I looked very young. And I had like no makeup on because I was going to take my dog for a sprint in the park. Anyway, he was like, what? Really? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what age did you think I was? And he was like, oh, like 17.
Oh, how old was he?
36.
Oh my God. Paul?
Right?
Was that Paul? Oh, Italian Paul.
Italian Paul? Oh my God, Paul Breach. We were talking about him yesterday. Yeah, no, I was like, okay, that's really bizarre. And I didn't want to like completely rule him out, like, because I was like,
What?
Well, because he could have said it. I was giving him grace with the language barrier.
Okay.
I'm dumb.
I think he speaks English pretty well.
I'm stupid. Stupid ass. Okay, so I was like, right, that's red flag number 1. If there's another red flag, he's out. Right? Okay. So that was a red flag. Anyway, then after our 3rd date or whatever, he was like trying to get me to come back to his place. And then I was like, no. I'm going to go look after my child. Beanie the dog. And he was being really forceful, and he like forced himself upon me and like pushed me against the wall, trying to be like hot and kiss me against the wall. And I was like,
nothing turns me on more like a lack of consent, baby.
Right. And then like as he's doing that, like, come on, you come back to my place, and I was like, no amount of money in the world right now could buy me to come to your place right now.
I do for 50 grand.
I don't care that you're driving the newest fucking Land Rover that costs the price of a house. I would rather go home to my dog in my big old stupid ugly warehouse, living like a broke child. You know, I was like, I'd rather that than have you try and force yourself upon me all night.
Yeah, because I think with money, like you can intrigue people with money because everyone has that like, you know, the whole like, oh shit, money's nice. But if you don't also have a personality, then you are going to be used for your money, and then also avoided when money is not in the equation.
Right. But my thing was like, I've said no to coming back to your place. And then I said no to you touching me, and then you've touched me anyway. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Go to a place that's away from the general public to sit in your house to have you try and force yourself on me? Like,
you've already, what I said obviously has no merit with you.
Yeah.
So
you don't listen to me.
Oh, he doesn't respect my consent and thinks I'm 17. He's going to be a really good guy to go back to his place.
He's not respecting my boundaries.
Well, I think with people who have money like that, there's been enough instances where they can get their way because of money.
Yes.
So they're
used to like playing games, essentially.
Yeah, and I think they can disregard people because they stop seeing them as people, as more monetary things. Yeah, everything becomes transactional.
Anybody can be bought, kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Apparently not me, though.
I think you made a smart decision there.
Thank you very much.
Go young Janet.
Go young me. All right. Would you rather have adult bed wars?
What?
Would you rather have sex with only the first person you did it with, or have sex only with the last person you did it with?
Oh, that's easy. The last person I did it with. Yeah. Yeah, of course. No, because I was thinking about it, but I was like, I don't even know where that person is right now.
I would rather chop off my left titty than sleep with my first boyfriend.
Oh yeah, because you had a bit of a fucking roller coaster there, didn't you?
It was. I didn't know I had BPD, so I didn't know I had a favorite person complex thing. So like, it was the first time ever. So like,
that must have been very intense, wild ride for you.
Yeah, all that whilst being in the public eye. Great times. What a blast.
Wow. So you don't know what to blame it on, but you're just gonna blame it on yourself.
Yeah.
All these things happening, you're gonna gaslight yourself for you.
Always.
Not only that, like I don't think anyone could ever pay me enough money to like go back as like a young 20-year-old and like experience the world again. Because I was like,
I think I would. If I could go back with the knowledge.
No knowledge you have now. You have to go and live with the brain you had at 20.
Can I take one nugget of information?
What would it be?
That I have BPD.
Oh, okay, that's a good thing to take with you. Yeah,
I think so.
I would go back with get into Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy your mental health. I'm rich, bitch. And then before you know it, I'd be like, oh, I thought you were 17.
Oh, no. Give me your love. I give you money.
Why am I now Italian, but really bad? It's like Chris Pratt. It's me, a Mario.
Oh, God. Don't. Right. Would you rather have unlimited money, power, and respect, or have unlimited sex?
I don't really care that much for sex, to tell you the truth. Like, it's not the biggest part of my life. It's not something like I've ever craved or like demanded.
Gone out and sought.
Yeah, I think it's because growing up on SSRIs and stuff like that, and like not having the ability to have the big explosion, but to do the thing. It's a fun thing to do, but like
it's not an ultimate goal.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, do I want to get sweaty or do I want to play World of Warcraft? And I will choose World of Warcraft.
That's fair.
So I think I would have to go with unlimited money, power, and respect. I'll just go with respect, tell you the truth. Please like me.
Yeah, please respect me. Respect my boundaries.
Yeah, so one person would.
I think for me, I'd pick the top one because like unless I am spiritually in love with someone or like unless I'm like into, and I'm not trying to sound poncy or anything like that, but like if you're hot and you get on the train, right, and you could be a model, I don't care. I'm like, well done. Your parents did a great job. Good gene pool. Congrats. It doesn't make me go, I want to sleep with you. The only time I ever want to like sleep with someone is when I've gotten to know them and we've had lovely in-depth conversations and blah, 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 blah. And I get to know a bit of their soul. Then I trust them enough to get into bed with me.
I think that's like the term of demisexual. Like you only want to sleep with people like you have that. I don't understand how anyone could go and get like a one-night stand. Like what do you talk about before? What do you talk about after? I
appreciate it though. I think fair play. I think just because of like my childhood trauma and getting assaulted as a child, I don't want to just let anybody in.
Not only that, like I've living with you, I've heard more about you than I thought I'd ever hear. And
more than you need to know.
If you had unlimited sex, you'd be dead in a week. Like you'd be gone.
I'd wither.
Yeah, it's not the kindest experiences.
I'm trying to. You're trying to be. Yeah. I'd be an Annie.
Yeah, everyone would be like, "Wow, did Janet join the UFC?" Like, kind of.
Yeah.
She's not winning those fights. I'll tell you that right now.
And I'm not trying. Oh shit! Who's most likely to have sex on the first date?
I've done it before on the first date. If there's like a really great connection and like you're very interested in the person, but it's not something that happens too often.
Fair.
What about you? Are you about to rat on yourself now?
No, I've never done the do on the first date.
On the first date, really? Never.
No.
Wow, I guess it's me that I'm the slut. All right, everyone here. What?
That is true.
Do we just drop
the sex addict, the Italian sex addict? I slept with her on the first date, but she lured me in. I'm so dumb. I trusted women. I thought they were going to be like me and respect my boundaries, and no.
That's it. Women don't deserve rights. New type of podcast today, boys. All right. As
Men's
high
rights.
value men.
Yeah, no. So, like I said, I have bad taste in men and women. But yeah, no, I did. But like, I didn't want to. But I tried saying no, and she didn't listen. So, oh my God.
That sounds a little.
My relationships are so messed up. Okay.
Now that we're getting into that, what does that sound like to you?
What? It sounds awful. It's like when someone pointed out to me that because I got assaulted when I was 15, they were like, "You were a child?" I was like, "No, I was 15," and they're like, "A child,"
yeah,
and I'm like,
morally and legally.
It's awful. So yeah, I'm digesting a lot of things recently.
It's just I think we have to come to the agreement that it's kind of our fault. We were sexy children. We are unresisting. Me
I
and my
always love using
dungarees.
that joke. It's awful. Although I had to explain to someone recently, they were talking about. I don't know how I came up in conversation, but it made sense that I said this. I was like, you gotta understand how ugly I was, that I was an altar server for 6 years and never got touched.
That's a new record.
That's a pretty good streak,
yeah, I tell you.
So that's how ugly I was. Anyway, who's most likely to join the military?
I fall for propaganda really easily.
You just wanted free education.
No, not even that. We all know why I joined, but I'm not going to go into it again because I'm not fighting you in the fucking comments. I'm coming for you, John. I forgot your name.
Smoke an electronic cigarette.
Wow, I wonder who that be. Who would do that in a country where you get fined $10,000 to do that?
You get arrested.
You would have been fucked.
I know. I'm too pretty for prison.
Singapore prison's pretty nice, though.
Is it?
I'm assuming the streets are really good.
Oh, who's most likely to be poor?
I think you're poor right now.
Yeah, I'm broke, dude. But like, I can still put dinner on the table. So
as long as you all sign up for her Patreon, where
my Patreon
extra things and stuff,
where all of my money goes towards literally eating food at the minute. We're gonna fire over to Ricardo over here.
Oh, are we doing that other thing?
We're gonna do a Vine challenge.
Not only are we doing a Vine challenge.
Oh no, yeah, you upped the stakes.
There is a consequence for missing the Vine. So I'm pretty good at Vines myself, so I feel confident in this. Anyone who gets it wrong gets slapped. To make sure that Janet doesn't turn this into a sexual thing, we're doing it with tortillas. Our way around that.
So, don't slap me.
Madame, a tortilla for you.
Thank you.
And a tortilla for me, and I will eat the rest of these later on.
Oh, they do stink though.
Yeah, they're not the best smelling tortillas. Thanks, Tesca.
Tesca.
The big Tesca. Okay.
Right. Know the Vines.
We'll get hit with tortillas. I didn't know how to rhyme that. I was trying my best. My brain was turning on all
I wasn't even thinking to rhyme it.
I'll give you a rhyme. Vine was before my time.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I never went on it.
Really?
I only know Vine because of JD.
Was it before your time, or did you just think you're too cool for it?
No, I was not cool enough for it, maybe.
Oh my God.
He had a life.
Must have been nice.
Must be nice.
What's it like to kiss people and hold hands?
What's it like to be with someone who loves you unconditionally?
awesome.
It seems so. I've been,
Must be nice.
that's why I don't come over to the house anymore.
Yeah.
It makes me feel really bad.
Yeah, can't come over. Your kids love you. Your wife loves you.
We're still on our honeymoon period.
That's
I believe that. I think
Yeah,
never
we were
really
talking about
finished.
that earlier.
Yeah.
Like if a relationship is good and like it's easy and it communicates well and you really have a lot of appreciation, like the honeymoon period lasts a very long time.
But they are two very sane people.
It must be nice.
Must be nice.
I'm trying to be like you, my
That's
guy.
it, man.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
I'm
I'm not arming myself yet.
Okay, so you did a test one earlier
We
on.
did a test one earlier,
Yeah.
so let's skip that one.
Okay, I've heard you say this before. It's Wednesday.
My dudes.
dudes!
Oh,
Who got
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Both of us.
Fuck.
It's fine.
Okay, blank that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Wait, say the other bit of it again.
Something that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
Oh my god, no. What's our options?
Or close. Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh my.
No.
Mother trucker.
Mother
bro.
trucker. I got that one.
Mother trucker, dude.
Oh no, wait a minute, that's wrong.
Oh shit.
What?
Which one? What did you say, mother trucker?
Mother trucker, dude.
Oh yeah, no, okay, cool. Did
What-
you say? Yeah,
we-
yeah.
Who got
yeah.
that?
It's mother trucker dude, not mother trucker bro.
Oh my god. All right.
And
Tortilla me.
Sorry, microphone. My nails are too long for this. It's gonna break it. Ready?
Oh, that stings. I didn't expect that to have as much snap as it did.
I'm gonna put some reverb on that.
There was like 3 points of contact with tortilla.
I just didn't appreciate the eye contact. The direct eye contact as
you're
I'm
gonna-
about to slap
If
you.
you're gonna do me dirty, I'm gonna look you in the eyes. All right.
I'm like, oh my god.
You're like,
This is what
usually I'm
being a
on
dog feels like.
On the other end of this, usual.
A blank flew around my room before you
A
came.
potato flew around my room before you came.
I've got.
I suggested
idea.
this.
Oh, there's some picture. There's a picture of a fan.
And a
And
potato.
a potato. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a potato
A
one.
potato flew around.
This
Oh, I think I saw this on TikTok the other night. What's 9 plus 10?
21.
Yeah, what's that?
It's just
That's
an old
that's
TikTok.
a little vibe, yeah.
Hurricane Katrina.
More like
Hurricane tortilla.
Okay.
This is gonna be far too loud. We are not competitive people. We promise.
I'm not.
So, get to blank. They got a new thing called Frischer.
Get
Get
to
to Del Taco.
oh, free shavakade.
Yep. Get to Del Taco. Janet.
Correct.
Oh my god. Correct. You say. Look at me.
I'm not looking at you when
Look
you
at
do
me.
this. No.
I'm the tortilla man now. That hurt, didn't it?
Got me in the fake
Yep,
eyelash.
there you go.
My eyelash is gonna come off on the
Yeah, a little-
tortilla. My whole face.
We'll sell this now on the internet.
Oh.
Complete with eyelash.
Mm.
Chris, is that a blank?
A weed?
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
I think it is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
my God. I'm so happy I suggested this now.
Right, I have to close my eyes, otherwise my eyelashes are coming out.
Are you gonna get scared?
That felt
On the forehead.
familiar.
Yeah. Way.
Next vine. I smell like
Beef.
Beef.
Oh.
Oh, bollocks.
yeah, beef.
Yeah, I kind of got that before you, didn't I?
You
Just
did,
thought-
yeah.
Are you doing this on purpose?
Are you gonna be nice?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I gonna be nice? Okay.
I was so close.
These
Close
are
your
such
eyes,
random
Janet.
answers. Oh, double slap.
Oh,
That was nice, huh?
that was nice.
Thank you very
yes.
much. I got you good the first one because that first one got me hurt.
Oh yeah.
It's an blank thanks. It's an
My
thanks.
sandals?
It's
It's an thanks.
Not my croissant. I don't know.
avocado.
No.
Oh, that is one of the options. Avocado
Are you
is
going
one
with
of the
avocado?
options.
That's all I got.
It is avocado. It's the present. He got the present avocado. An avocado. Thanks. Fuck,
Correct.
you're right.
Yeah, and there's like a picture of a
Yeah,
kid
the
holding
little
an avocado.
kid. An avocado. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Brain, for remembering that without the video. I'm trying not to lose my fingernails on this. Stop staring at me.
Oh, I was so nice to you last time.
I just got you on the side of the face though.
Oh, I got a fat face of reverbs.
I'm so afraid.
As you should be. I'm very good at this.
Okay, I'm sure there's an accent here. Ah, stuff. I coulda dropped
My croissant!
Ma'am, you're gonna break the count. You're gonna break
Yeah.
that. We're gonna have to turn down the volumes on this.
Warning, headphone users.
WTF is this blank? WTF is that blank? Question mark. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that?
Kyle,
What the fuck is up, Kyle?
is Kyle an option?
No.
What the fuck is blank?
What the
WTF
fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
What's the
What
picture?
the fuck
of?
is that?
No, wait, don't.
No, it doesn't give me the picture.
WTF is this?
What? WTF
What
is
are our
this?
options?
No, don't do that yet.
Oh, no?
Well, you've obviously got 2 lines to fill.
Yeah.
So you've got okay, all right, allowed, illegal.
Is this allowed?
What the
is this
fuck
illegal?
Is
Yeah.
this
What are you saying? Allowed or illegal?
The
You
two
said
options.
first
allowed
line?
first.
The first line. Oh,
Is this allowed?
okay. Is that
Illegal. Is that legal? That's what I'm going for.
allowed? What the fuck? Is this allowed? Is that allowed? Okay, it's got a tick.
Okay.
Allowed for twice.
Allowed. I
Then
think
you're
it's
wrong.
allowed
She
for
said
twice.
allowed illegal.
Fuck.
Yes. Bitch.
Wait, so
And it's like it's two.
I don't
is
know
this
what
allowed?
cuddling.
It's the kissing mannequin one.
that
where the-
That's
allowed.
it. Yeah. Do you guys believe the guy's a mannequin?
Yeah, it's a mannequin. Yeah. So
I have no idea what.
I have no idea what that one is. I'm so sorry.
no, it's so they're in like a fucking store. Excuse my language. They're in a store and this person's like has a mannequin and they're like putting their forehead to it and they're kissing it. Like, is this allowed?
Oh, okay.
Is that
Okay.
me? Did I get it?
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I'll get that for you. Don't worry.
Oh, bollocks. I'm gonna let you hit this side of my face though,
This
because
is like a little sword.
the other one has been tarnished. Also, my eyelash is gonna fall off.
This is a hard angle to get.
Oh,
That was like the pendulum.
some action behind that one. All right.
What up? I'm Jared.
I'm
back.
19.
Oh yeah.
I'm 19.
I'm 19 and I never learned how to read.
Yeah,
That was
what-
so quick.
what
How
up?
did you
I'm
hear-
Jared. I'm 19 and I never fucking
Learned how to read.
I don't even think she said
Correct.
words. Those were so quick.
Yeah.
That was
That's
quick.
my favorite one.
Okay, I've never heard
I'm
words
Jared,
that
I'm 19. I never learned how to read.
I can't read. I should have got that.
I
That's
don't know
my
how to
guy.
read.
Fuck me.
Oh, I could hit you. I think I'm gonna go for a different way.
Not my quaff.
My quaff.
Oh my god, they were blank.
They're roommates.
We are roommates. Okay, as roommates, we'll settle that one
Yes.
on a draw.
Okay. Hi, welcome to.
Chipotle. Yeah, Chipotle.
Oh no! Wait. What?
Wendy's.
Welcome to.
Oh wait.
Oh no! No.
Welcome to.
Hi.
Chili's. Welcome to Chili's.
Correct.
Did I not say Chili's?
No.
What did I say?
Wendy's.
Yeah.
Chipotle's.
Yeah.
Wendy's.
Secondly.
You said you like Chipotle's or
Oh, I
Wendy's?
probably said
Yeah.
Chipotle. Fuck
If
me.
if I'm wrong, I'll cut that in
No. Welcome to
and
Chili's.
hit myself and
Wel-
edit.
welcome to Chili's is correct.
Welcome to Chili's. You know they're twins.
Who?
The,
Chili's?
the guy that does the Chili's thing, and then the guy who looks exactly the same as him. They're actually two different Vine
I've only seen it
accounts.
once.
It's like a picture of
They
a guy
have
in
a
his
few
boxer shorts.
famous ones.
Random.
Yeah, I went for that one.
Lost my Hurricane Katrina. More like Hurricane Tortilla.
Lipstick. Lipstick in my Valentino.
Purse.
Handbag.
It's in my Valentino blank
Handbag.
bag.
I'm
Hand.
saying purse, but it's
It's a
probably handbag.
colour. You got to go.
White.
Lipstick. Okay, there is white
Oh,
option.
it is white.
Yeah, we'll
It
go
is,
white.
Yeah. Lipstick in my. Oh yeah. Okay.
Is that right?
White.
She looks like she means business. Yeah. Lipstick in my.
Oh, caught off guard, bro.
It's a suspension that gets you.
Hi, my name is Trey. I got a blank game tomorrow.
Basketball game tomorrow.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. That was you.
I got a basketball game
I
tomorrow.
don't like what this is unlocking in me, but I'm starting to really like the smell of the tortilla.
Why are you blank?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Yeah.
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 Correct.
It's a classic.
Who's the hottest Uber driver you've ever had?
I think his name was Charles. No, it wasn't Charles.
Who's the hottest Uber driver you've ever had?
That can't be a Vine.
Is that fine?
I never. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's yeah, but there's no blank.
Oh, I think it was just a question. It really wants to know some stuff about you.
I never went to Uva. I never went to Uva Java. I never taken an Uber. What's Uber?
Is that the answer?
These are okay. So the answer is, I never went to Uvu Java.
We'll go with that one.
I'm resigning on this.
Yeah, I'd say we skip this one.
Mm-hmm.
Skip that one
Because
road work ahead.
I sure
I
hope
hope it does.
I hope it does. Yeah.
I sure hope it does.
No.
Come on, we
I
both.
sure hope it does.
Come on, we're
to
too
be-
close on that
Okay,
one.
okay.
Are you joking me?
Yeah, I'm not
Just
joking.
because you screamed into the mic. Okay, we are too
Road
close on
work
that one.
ahead. Yeah.
I sure
I
hope it does. I still think about that vine often.
That's the last one.
Oh, is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know who won.
I
I
think
already
we hit each other quite equally on that one.
Equally,
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, I did not see that competitive side of you come out ever in my entire life.
Because I feel like if I had a mastermind class, I would pick vines.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I think the threat of being slapped was really a good motivator.
Yeah.
Go us. That was a genius thing to do.
Yeah. All right. And last little bit before we do the end of the podcast, we're going to do the Sprite challenge.
I've got the
Sprite challenge.
SpongeBob quotes as well.
There's what?
SpongeBob quotes.
Oh, I'd be quite good at that.
Can you fill in the missing words?
Oh, let's try one.
I've quoted SpongeBob in one of my songs. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Which
Let's
one?
like not tortilla this one. Let's just see how.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you all in.
Hell.
No, I'll see you all in the morning.
Oh.
No. Therapy.
Oh.
Oh, who the frick says that?
Some green character.
Green character.
Woodward.
Plankwin.
It's
Plankton.
something, an
Plankton.
instrument.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that today. Yeah. I was watching a Big Ed TikTok, and he was like putting mayonnaise in his hair and stuff like that.
That's Patrick.
Yep.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
All I know is fine dining and
Slaying puss.
And SpongeBob. All I know is fine dining and money.
breathing.
Ah.
I thought it was going to be Mr. Krabs.
That was a good guess. It was Mr. Krabs.
I can't see my...
I can't see.
My eyes. Because that sounds like something Patrick would say.
Yeah, or I can't see my hands or something.
I can't see my forehead.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to quit this
Okay,
because
yeah.
neither of us know it
There
well
you go.
enough.
I don't know either.
All right, let's jump. I got some Instagram questions from people.
Oh, that's right. First off, Instagram question, people. If I sent you from my page, and then you said the most thirsty things I've ever seen in my entire life.
To me.
To my friend. That was much appreciated. Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah.
Message me.
I see how much you guys want him.
I think one of the questions was like, is Conzo single? And if so, what does it take to date him? I was like, this is not my podcast.
Welcome back to, what is it? What was that show that Cilla Black hosted? Blind Date?
Blind date, yeah.
Blind Date.
I'm not
yeah.
getting my
Or
kid off
surprise,
of him.
surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Okay. Again, somebody asking, can they flirt with you?
No.
Is Conzo in a relationship or looking for one? What are the skills the person must have to be with him?
That's the one I was just talking about. I pretty much
No,
did.
there's like loads.
What skills do you need to be with somebody? Communication. Tolerance of really stupid shit. Not expecting to hear from me for weeks on end. Yep, there we go. That's all it takes.
Yeah, you got to be able to put up with not getting a text back.
I feel like me and you are both equally bad at texting people back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Which-
where my shrink thinks I have autism.
Well, no, this is I think why we make such good friends, because we both assume the other person's just busy.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
if you don't reply to me for like a week, I'm like, geez, doing things.
Because
Like,
I always find it's like, I feel like my ego is so crushed that like I can't make a situation about me sometimes. Where it's like if I text one of our friendship circle people, like you included, and you don't get back to me, I'm like, I hope they're okay.
yeah.
That's my first response, and like, I hope they're all right. Like, they're probably really busy. Like, I know when I'm busy, I suck to text back, so I always extend the same courtesy to them. But then whenever like I talk to people who aren't neurodivergent, and they're like, you didn't text me back for like a week, and I'm like,
I forgot you existed, man.
I forgot that you existed.
I don't have object permanence yet. I'm just a baby.
I don't have object permanence.
Yeah, no,
I
you
don't
forget
even
things
have
all the time.
emotional permanence.
Really?
Like when I'm dating somebody, they have to remind me basically every day that they love me. Otherwise, I think that they don't love me, and it's literally not because I want to be like that. It's like
You have to.
it's a part of the ADHD that people don't talk about.
Tell me I'm not a bother, or else I think I'm a bother every other day.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like at the later stages of the relationships that I've been in, though, in the past few years, I'm better at like being like, hey, you signed up for this.
Yeah.
I laid my mental illness on the fucking table, and you still said sure thing.
You're not forcing anyone to be with you.
That was the realization that I had to get to.
They shouldn't act like you're a chore. Nah, you're a damn right delight.
Although, as well, I have that bad habit of like constantly breaking up with people.
Yeah.
So whenever they come crawling back and they're like, "Take me back," I'm like, "So you really want to be here?"
Yeah, you literally said, "Let them free if it's meant to be," kind of thing.
Yeah. If you love them, set them free.
And all you did was emotionally traumatize a bunch of people.
Not on purpose.
Not your fault.
No, it is my fault, but like not on purpose. Let me see. There were so many people asking about like us doing content together, but like spicy content together.
Oh, okay. I was like, didn't they see the transition we did? It was pretty sick.
Yeah, we did
That
cool
was
videos together.
Before I did other things in that mask, it was nothing happened in that mask beforehand.
Yeah.
Um,
It's weird, guys.
Janet once made a joke that she would post like we're doing spicy content and then on my page and then it's just us eating wings.
Yeah.
But then I let her know that I don't want you on my page.
Yeah.
You don't want to see what's there, and I don't want anyone to come at me and be like, you ripped me off for $3. Like, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it. But also, I feel like a lot of people in the world don't understand that people can be mates.
Yeah. And I think people also need to realize that like as a musician, life changes for you when you enter that sphere, because now you have to deal with like the burden of like the stigma of sex work. Like, sure, you have a lot more money to do your thing, but you are not treated at the same respect as if you were just a full-fledged musician.
I do find that one funny though, because I've had that conversation with someone before when I was toying with doing an OF at the start of lockdown, because I was like, "There's no way my career can live like through this lockdown."
And y'all scared her out of it.
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It was like someone was like, "But like people aren't going to respect you as a musician." And I'm like, "They don't fucking respect me at all." Like no one puts respect on my name.
I think you're quite respected.
I think you are respected.
In a like I told
in
my
a weird way.
No, not in a weird way. The industry is definitely accepted.
Yeah, the people that have worked with me and they're like, "Oh, she's actually half decent."
I told my stepdad, like this guy my mom dated for a few years, and I just called my stepdad, that you're my roommate. He thought it was the coolest thing. He texted me the next day, like, I want to tell my work friends that you live with Janet. And I was like, you go get him.
You go get him. I don't know. I feel like it's a tough one because like there's still so many people that like look at me and go, "You're still doing it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I've got like 50 songs on Spotify and like over 150 covers on my YouTube channel. I'm still going."
Yeah, but how many people have you seen online and gone, who the hell is that? And then they've got like 2 million followers. Or
I know.
Like, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
There's
people
no
that have
limit
just
to
got
people being
followings
in
and
this
they're
job.
making a living and they're doing what they want to
Yeah,
do.
I'm a
It's
little
brilliant.
oil tanker, dude.
Chug along.
I'm just
Mate.
chugging along.
You can very easily go down a Janet Devlin rabbit hole and
Like
be quite
Russell
impressed
Crowe.
with what you've got. Yeah, man. Like if you look at just the songs that you've sculpted and put on your YouTube channel, it's quite impressive. They're good versions.
Yeah, if you click on one of your videos and you leave it on autoplay the next one, you will not run out of content for a very long time.
No, there's like
Yeah.
what did we notice? Like 320 videos on there or something?
Yeah, but just your covers playlist is awesome.
Yeah, it's like 150 songs. It's crazy.
Janet.
Go, Janet. Yeah.
She tries. But I don't like that people don't respect sex workers, though. That still bothers me. That gets my goat, like genuinely. And I love that I've seen so many nice comments on the podcast when I have sex workers on, and people get to realize that they're actual people with stories and actual emotions, and they're funny and cool. That they're like, do you know what? I didn't understand that whole line of work. I didn't really, and people have honestly confessed that they had, prejudices. And then after actually listening to the podcast, they're like way more open-minded about it. And I'm like,
You're doing good work.
well, it's not even that. I'm like, my friends are some of the fucking funniest people I've ever met. Some of the loveliest people I've ever met. And some people are going to be like, I don't respect them. I'm like,
why?
you don't respect my friend. I'll go hard for other people and not myself.
And, the funny thing is the people who like are trying to pressure or like put pressure on you to do the OnlyFans are also people who will not pay the price that would be required for that. Like,
Yeah, I always joke whenever I get comments about it all the time. I'm like, you don't even subscribe to my Patreon, so go away.
What are you doing, pal?
People cannot respect you on the internet just if you've got a different opinion to them.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be a spicy worker. It can just be that I've got a different opinion, and then they just
Automatically
go
hate you.
mental. So
Yeah.
just those people can.
Yeah, there's so much fighting on the internet that it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction to like you see this and then you also assume that it's a very combatant thing rather than just being like, okay, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I always find that as like, I'll respect anybody's opinion so long as it's not going against like human rights
or hurting anyone.
or hurting people.
But I will admit, because I never even heard of OF.
Yeah.
I've got it down to OF now.
Yeah. He's cool.
Before you introduced
Introduced
me
you to
because
this
of
world.
your friends.
Was I your first OF worker that you met?
You guys.
Yeah.
Was
I think it was in Brighton.
It was
Yeah.
In Brighton.
Oh my
Because
God.
you guys came to gigs, didn't you? and my first thought was obviously, because you don't understand it. Anything new that you don't know is a bit shocking, isn't it? The first thing you think is like, oh, what would their mother say? You have all the standard stuff, don't you?
The knee-jerk reactions.
You have the knee-jerk reactions, and I don't understand this. This isn't normal. What's going on? And then actually, the more you do, it's actually, And
the more you actually just chat to them and get talking to them, you're like, okay, cool.
And then you see what some of them are earning. And this is going to be
They're still throwing you for a loop, isn't it?
It has thrown him through a loop.
I've gone out and got myself a GIMP outfit. I've got a special talent.
He's ready to go.
No one knows yet.
I'll let you borrow my fancy lights, man.
Yeah, all of our studio equipment's just going to be set up for his OnlyFans studio now.
I've got a rear brake pads to pay for.
Oh, I have a new belt to buy for my car.
Dirty Rick Sanchez, that's going to be your name on there.
Dirty Rick Sanchez. Well, no, I think because he's Rick Chambers as my manager, I think he needs to be Dick Chambers as his OnlyFans.
Yep. Dick Unchained.
Yeah.
Dick on Chambers.
When do you get your car?
So basically, I'm just waiting to it's done. The MOT's done, guys. Shocker. By the time you see this, I'll probably have my car in bloody England at this point.
Mobile.
I know. So basically, there's one thing I want to do. Like, I could drive the car today, but I want to get a new belt on it. Because we were told to get a new belt on it. So that's it. And then it's ready to rock and roll.
How are you going to get over here?
Well, I'm going to have to wait like 2 months because it's going to cost me like £500-600 to get it over.
I thought your brother was going to drive over.
No, I have to drive it over. And I'm grand to do it on my own because, I am so confident in that car because it's a go-kart.
We can take a road trip. We can go there and drive it back over here.
This is true, but will you fit in my car is the true question. Not in a mean way.
Okay, cool.
It's literally dinky.
I'm sensitive. I just found out I was too fat to fucking skydive yesterday. I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be under 100 kg.
I'm 120 kg.
I didn't know that was a thing. Really?
Yeah.
And I'm too heavy to bungee jump. I'm too heavy to
gravity.
do the zip line thing. Like, it's been a hard year for me.
But
horse riding.
But how does that work?
I'm too bad to horse ride.
Because you do get tandem skydivers.
Yeah, well, one of them has to be under a certain weight, kind of thing. It's all the wear and tear of the equipment as well. I think they're more worried about than anything else.
Loads of stuff. Yeah.
You still need to do a skydive.
I know. That's what we were
looking.
planning.
That's what we're looking up.
But
I
just like my ex, he was
t-shirt.
too big to do it as well. Because we'd planned the whole thing, and then it was like, because I was into big men, it was like he was like 120 kilograms or something. It was like,
Twinsies.
But because I went into my cupboard the other day and I found your Janet Devlin t-shirt with all your
the
Patreon
skydiving,
faces. Yeah, and it's that we've still got it.
Yeah.
I thought of that.
No, I've been thinking about it. It's just like the opportunity the weather's not been great, and then last year I was flat out writing, so it was like.
And then we hit lockdown.
No, we hit lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
It's me, Rick. Sign up to my OnlyFans.
You have to do the dog.
That's how you know I make the big bucks.
That's easy.
Someone said about the charity, but we kind of had that we fill in at the start, which is cool. Is Holden sexist, or does he just dislike Janet?
I think you brought a friend over and he was all over him, and that was a man.
That was a man. I had a man over.
So he might be a little sexist, but I've had friends over who were female friends, female.
Yeah,
ladies.
but they're ballsy women.
Yeah.
They came into the room and went, "Cat."
Yeah, they're like, "I love you, Cat. Love me as well." And Janet is more like, "Hey, Cat, distance," and then you expect to be friends.
Yeah, I know, but also. I think nobody believes me whenever I say in my personal life I'm not a toucher. Like I don't do physical contact in my personal life at all.
I think we've hugged 3 times in our entire time living together.
Yeah, like you moving in, me coming back from Australia, and then you coming back from America.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not big on physical contact. It used to be a joke in the office. Remember, MJ used to come up, put his hands on my shoulders because I'd freeze.
You make a sound.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I'm not good with it, but I like it with work. I was talking with Russell Crowe, where I was like,
Russell, what T-shirt is that?
Thank you.
Name 3 of his songs, or you're not a real fan.
So basically, I do the thing where I hug straight away. I let the audience know that I'm a hugger, and if they don't want to hug me, just let me know.
So you're gonna hug your audience, but you're not gonna hug your best friends?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh.
I don't do physical contact unless I'm literally in a relationship with that person.
So
I get wigged out whenever I used to pay in cash to the taxi driver and try and give him money, and if he accidentally touched me, I was like, giving change. I hate it. I hate accidentally touching people. It feels way too personal. But I also have extreme Catholic guilt, so whenever people go to my gigs and then they've paid money to be there, I really, really want to say thank you. And the way I give thanks is I don't know. And
what
it
a
also
complex human you
removes,
are.
you know what I hate? when you meet somebody and you can't tell if they're like a one kiss in the cheek, a two kiss in the cheek, like is it a snog? You know, I don't know what the rules are, so I hate that.
If you always go for two, then they'll always be the one that feels weird when they don't go for the second one.
Yeah, no, I can't cope with that. So I learned that at like 16 when I came to England, and everybody was like doing the whole kiss and cheek thing. My response, because you couldn't get out of the physical contact, was to go, I'm a hugger.
I don't actually kiss on the cheek. I put cheek to cheek and make a kiss noise like that. But I'll never put lips to cheek. I don't know you like that.
No, you don't. You just kind of go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also this is where I keep my leftovers. Like, do not touch my beard.
It's toxic waste. Yeah, no, I'm weird like that. Don't feel weird ever about hugging me now though, because it's not that. When I'm in work mode and I'm like on stage, I'm all adrenaline filled. I love giving you guys hugs because I like to say thank you that way.
If you're a fan, she loves you more than she loves her best friends, is what she's trying to say. So, I'm not jealous.
Are they paying my rent?
Yeah,
you're really.
I'm paying half your rent. What are you talking about?
She's really good with her fans.
Oh, because I genuinely, every single time I do a gig, right, like a Janet Devlin headline gig, and people go, I'm like...
You ruined me for other concerts. I went to see another band that I loved, and they didn't stay to give me a hug afterwards. I was like, these sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to stop myself out in Australia because I wanted to go in and like say thanks to everybody. And like, I just was like, it's not your gig, babes. It's not your gig. I obviously, on my way to the dressing room, anybody that stopped me, absolutely. Said hello. Got a photo, all that kind of stuff, but I didn't like do what I'd normally do, where I like hang about at the end and say hello to everybody. Like I was like, it's not my place, because I don't want to make then it look on like, oh, was Russell coming out? Like I didn't want people to be asking that question, so it's like I'll just gallivant my way to the dressing room. But no, I freak out. I'm like a priest on Sunday Mass. I have to like thank everybody for going to the gig. I'm like, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Because it's just bizarre. Because it costs a lot of money. And it costs a lot of time.
Well, your concerts are usually pretty cheap, to tell you the truth. And,
they are dead
cheap. In comparison to...
Not for long.
No, they probably will be going up a wee bit. Only just for ease of like paying band members and stuff. Because we haven't put our ticket prices up in 10 years.
That's anti-inflation. You're losing money at this point.
No, we are losing money. So it's like
musicians have put their price up.
Yeah, musos have. So it's like we used to charge like £12.50 to like £17, depending on
nothing.
So like if it was London, the ticket would probably be about £17.50 or so. And then for like Ireland and all those kinds of places, it was.
Hello, Clarice.
I'm ready for my close up.
I love this.
Yeah, for like Ireland and stuff, it was like £12. You know, I didn't want to overcharge because it's like, hey, thanks for being here. So yeah, I don't want to charge extortionate money for gigs. I'm not going to be one of these artists who charge like $3,000 for a meet and greet.
Yeah. Well, I think you would probably make about $3,000 for a meet and greet.
We do meet and greets.
Yeah, there are people out there that would pay that money.
Pays for the musician.
That's why we do the meet and greets. Because like people are like, why do you do a meet and greet if you stay around at the end? It's like we give them free stuff. They watch the sound check, and you get more time to get your photos, and you get a wee bit more time to actually have a wee bit of a chat.
Yeah.
Whereas at the end, you're kind of a victim to like
the line,
the security, get chasing us out. How long the venue wants to keep the doors open.
I've seen one of your meets and greets when the concerts we came to and we were there a little bit early and stuff like that. You were very attentive to them. Like I thought you knew them. I thought they were your friends. Like you were all
because
about
I'm a
them.
stalker.
A stalker.
I do follow people online like properly.
It's nice when you do see them offline in the flesh, but it's also kind of awkward because people are more awkward in real life. I thought she'd be way more like, you know, but they sort of like.
My personal favorite is I thought you'd be way shorter. I'm like,
I've seen you come up. I've seen you come up to some of your fans and stuff that have been there in multiple places. And you know them like by name, and like, you're like, oh, I've not seen you since this or this. I was just like, I don't remember like my brothers half the time. Like, how are you doing this?
I don't recognize half of my cousins, but I'd recognize people who follow me on Twitter.
Jasmine 545. How you doing?
Yeah. I will though, because it's like I'll see them and they'll be there at loads of stuff online or in real life. So I'm like, of course I remember your name. But then sometimes I do forget.
You're a good bean.
And then I shouldn't forget it, and then I've forgotten it, and then I get in trouble.
You're a good one.
She tries. So someone has gone. How have your year started so far? It's only January 30th.
Pretty good. Nice.
Yeah, you happy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We had the house to yourself most of
It's been quite nice. Well, this year I'm scheduled my neck tattoo. I'm getting my motorcycle license. And I'm doing Muay Thai again, so I'm just gonna be the coolest kid on the block. I tell you.
Coolest kid on the block.
You've had some New Year's resolutions you've already knocked out, haven't you?
Yeah, I
done
kind of
Legos?
said a weird. Yeah, I did a Lego. Which sounds really sad, but I never got
Lego?
to. I was too poor for Lego as a kid. So we never got Lego. So I got gifted some Lego at Christmas because somebody had seen my to-do list for this year, and then they bought me it. So I literally built some Lego first thing.
You're smashing your goals. Set them low, complete them early.
Well, that's all I want. I want the dopamine hit of doing it.
I want to do a perfect cartwheel, like nonchalant. No one's looking.
I'm not built for that stuff.
That was a reference to The Office. No one ever gets it, but I say it all the time.
I don't watch The Office. Do you know what? It makes me feel so uncomfy.
Really?
Because I feel so awkward that I'm like, oh, that would be me.
Mm-hmm.
I would be doing that, but unironically. You know what I mean? So I'm like, no, I can't.
See too much of yourself in it?
Yeah, it literally gets my blood pressure up.
Like your dinner table experience.
Oh, don't take me anywhere. Are you single and willing to date?
Are you?
Me? We are not allowed to talk about it, unfortunately.
She only talk. You know, you can tell when she's going through a hard time when she does talk about it.
Yeah, I think whenever the relationship of 2 years broke up, that was I had to post about it online because I was like, if I do a live stream and I'm crying my eyes out.
You were not in a good place.
No, it was awful. Doesn't bode well. Luckily I was busy though, which was cool. But like I had to share it, and then my drink got spiked and all that kind of weird stuff. Yeah, so I shared it because I was like, well, that's a bit of a monument, and I'm going to be crying my eyes out in live stream, and I want people to know why.
People were very surprised to hear that you had a relationship, and some people were taken back by the fact, like they feel personally slighted, like how dare you not tell us every detail you have about your life. Like,
But it's because I'm a chronic oversharer, and then I'll forget that people in my life don't have a platform, and then I'll overshare about them. So I have a rule, like if I want to share something about my family or my friends, I kind of have to ask them first. Obviously, like with you, it's like we both have a platform, but like if we're filming something, it's like, is it okay if I post this? We still do that. But yeah, if I'm literally dating someone, the BPD thing is just an absolute concoction for chaos, because I'll like overshare about something that I've taken really personally, maybe that wasn't even that big of a deal. But
do you think that means that you can only date people who don't follow you or don't know about you online, because you might talk shit about them and they'll put two and two together? They're like, I have a friend who does this and I fucking hate him, and like, wait, that's me. I'm your boyfriend. What are you talking about?
I accidentally date people that don't do social media.
I dated someone who followed me on social media who didn't know they followed me when we started dating. Yeah, they went after a couple of dates. They're like, "Oh, I'll follow you," and they're like, "Wait, I already follow you." I was like, "Ta-da!"
Yeah,
Yes,
mine
it is
was
me.
the whole like your song thing going viral. That like people won't know me, and then somehow it'll get to the point where I have to tell them about like my life, and then they'll be like, "So what did you sing for your X Factor audition?" I was like, "Your song," and they're like, you just see the jigsaw puzzle forming in their face. They're like,
You are that little awkward Irish gal.
literally, they've come out with things like that, and I'm like, yeah.
Like you haven't been that this entire time.
Look at you, you're wearing shoes. I'm like, thanks.
They kept putting my feet on the internet. I had to.
Somebody started another website like that, and then
Really?
they posted photos of it, and I'm probably going to quote tweet it tonight because I saw the photos and I'm 16 in them, and I'm like,
Ooh.
that might be illegal in your
Yeah, I
country.
saw something on Twitter about something about feet or
feet.
something.
Is that illegal? Morally, of course, it's wrong. But like, what legality
In the
comes?
UK, legal, but if you're in Florida or God knows where in America, where the legal age is what, like 17 or something?
No, I just mean like to post an underage person's feet.
The websites that host them don't want that.
Really? Okay.
Because it's a slippery slope to CP.
Exactly.
So, all right.
Then you have to be like, what is sexual? Be like, just nothing of a kid, please. God,
Yeah.
for the fucking.
Again, dating anyone? Are you dating anyone?
No. I just have to remember this. Like every time someone asks, I'm just like, let's talk about it.
But it's tough because there's like a duality within you where it's like, I feel like you want a relationship, but at the same time, absolutely not.
Well, here's the thing. Like I'm seeing, people, persons, like that. But I think the word dating in this country has a little bit more. I'm going on dates with people. Yes, I'm dating people. Like this is the thing. But it's like at the same time, like, is any of it to the point to where
You're like courting them.
yeah, but like, is this? I've tried to be like, do you want to be serious?
In
And they're
Ireland, we used to have a thing where it's like, you'd be dating somebody or you'd be going steady.
like, going steady.
Going steady is like, it's a thing, but they're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet. You're only seeing each other. That little weird phase where it's like, we're only seeing each other, but we're not in an official relationship.
Exactly.
You're going steady.
I just think if you go on dates with somebody, you are dating. You are doing the act of dating.
Yeah, but then people read into it weird.
Yeah.
Then they're like, we're not dating, we're not together. And it's like, no, I didn't say that. I said we were dating.
Yeah. Words. They're hard.
That's always a weird one, though, because it's like, online, there are some people who think that I would be a good person to date. Right? Where they're like, I would love to date her. And then in my real life, like, the amount of people I've had to convince to date me.
Beg is a good word.
Beg
for
is
him.
a better word, yeah. That
I'd
I'm
be
like,
"What-
please.
What are we?
What are we? No, I say that when I want the relationship to be over.
Because you were wanting.
Because I was wanting it for so long, and then nothing was happening, and I
Yeah.
realized that they were using me, and I'm like, what are we?
See,
Just
what
end it.
I tend to do is I go after people who are so unavailable that it's unattainable, like a married person, and I convince myself that's the love of my life, that no one is ever going to compare to them, and like I just
If
want to
only
be.
they'd leave their partner.
You ask, but they always say no. Damn it!
Damn, yeah, it's the wanting what you can't have.
If you're listening to this, please call me.
Call me. Let me see. Who does the cooking and cleaning? Neither of us cook.
You're really good at the cleaning. You have those like you have a spree where I'll wake up and you've been cleaning for a couple hours. I'm like, oh my god, please wake me up. I feel so fucking shitty now.
I clean when you're out of the house mostly.
Yeah, which is shitty.
Sorry.
I want to be involved in these things.
I know, but it's like when I'm home alone, it's so the sads don't get me.
They almost got you today.
Oh yeah, I
slowed
got
down for-
sad today.
you slowed down for a
But
second.
it's because I haven't stopped all month, and then my brain stopped. Last question: what's your favorite thing about one another and yourselves?
That is a really good question. I can answer my favorite thing about Janet is like she is so incredibly easy to love. Like no matter what friendship group she comes to, like you came for one day and everyone was just gushing over you. It's just like you have this like general warmth about you.
I tried really hard.
Yeah, even like when we're just hanging out in the house, it just feels it's very comforting to have you around. And it's almost like you feel just more relaxed, or like you're not going to be judged, or anything you say is going to be a joke. It's just like everything is just it's like taking a deep breath out, like
It's because I'm not going to judge nobody.
yeah, exactly. And I
Like,
think
who would I be?
yeah, I think people have that feeling of like relaxing around you,
That's good.
and it's easy to slip into that.
Because sometimes I have that thing where I get too intense with people.
Yeah, even then it's just good funs.
Oh yeah, the manic joking. Exhausting. Like it's like read the room, and I'm like, I read it. I know I'm being loud. I know I'm being obnoxious, but I can't stop.
Name's Jared, 19. Never learned how to fucking read.
Yeah, literally. So then my favorite thing about you is probably the almost borderline sabotage level of selflessness.
I will sabotage myself. You're right. 100%.
You would sabotage yourself to help somebody else.
Yeah, well, I got enough. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you have enough in your life. You're good. Like just do for others, kind of stuff.
Yeah, because like when I showed you that apartment today, you're like, "Do you need some money for the deposit?" And I'm like, "What?"
Well, my great grandma's white privilege turned into generational wealth. So like, if you need some help, let me know.
Which I like. It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't think I've ever taken you up on any of the offers.
I don't. Yeah, but like, I hope you know that like every single offer is true offer, because I also know that Janet would rather throw herself off a cliff than not pay you back. If she misses a payment, she is literally, she's done for. She's gone.
I would be getting life insurance and then jumping off a cliff. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll pay you back in the afterlife, kind of thing.
Yeah. Just know you'll all get paid back.
Yeah, you're as safe as banks, I think. Yeah.
I can't owe people things, but that also puts me in a position where I can never ask for help.
That's hard. That's a hard one. You've been in therapy for how many years?
Well, it's because there have been times where I've grown a pair and then I've asked for help, but unfortunately I've asked the wrong people.
Ooh.
And then they're like, no. And then they've made me feel bad for asking for help.
So here's the thing that we're both about to do. We're about to both dodge the what do we like about ourselves.
Yeah, I know, right?
What do you like about yourself, Janet?
I like that I'm a trier. I will try my best. Like if I'm not sabotaging myself, which I don't choose to do, if I'm not doing that, I genuinely want to try real hard. Like I remember not wanting to sign with the American record label because I was busy trying to like the debt that I'd accumulated from a third party or whatever that screwed me over, and then my management signing me even though I had this massive amount of debt, and then them pursuing to keep going, right? And I was trying to clear that debt, and I couldn't really sleep because of it, because I'm like, oh my god, I owe these people so much money. And then another company coming in and being like, hey, I'm willing to put some money on the table that you may never pay me back. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, shit, how am I supposed to do that?
It's the music business.
I know, it's like everyone says what, like it's not personal and all that kind of stuff, but it's like, no, it's personal whenever like you've lived with your manager. And then it's personal whenever, like, this nice German man who's got an American label wants to sign you because he loves your stuff. You know.
Sometimes people just want to do because they really love what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to take people up on that because you're like, I would be doing this no matter what, but you're shooting yourself in the foot.
But I was in the die days, you know. I was in the, you know, in my head, this is so bad.
Yeah, but you still turned up every day.
I did.
That's the try a bit, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'll always turn up and try my best. Obviously, it's much easier now when I'm sober.
Yeah, I was about to say, some days you should not have turned up. Some days you should have.
Yeah, there were them.
There's some vacant days.
Yeah, God bless. I found out from Jim, my pianist, the conversation that Mando Mike, my mandolin player, had with him before he came onto the project. Mando Mike on the phone just went, you know, there's this gig, blah, blah, blah. And Jim was like, oh, I'll do it. That's cool. And he went, okay, just so you know, she likes to drink. And that's all Mando Mike said.
Did he say that?
And I was like, that is a very polite way to say she's a raging alcoholic
Yep.
and turns up to everything pissed.
She has a real problem.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I like that I'm a trier.
It's like, she likes heroin.
Yeah. She's a fondness for the ILH, you know.
But she's not a diva.
I do like that that's a joke in our camp where like people will joke about me being a diva because apparently I'm not. So I do genuinely like that because that's the last thing I want to do is be a diva.
That's a good one. Yeah. Are we going to do the Sprite thing?
No. What's the thing you like about yourself, you donkey?
You donkey. Probably, you know, I think you have this as well where your first reaction...
No, don't turn it on me.
Fuck.
You.
My first reaction is usually kindness to things, and I like that. Like if somebody tells me some devastating news, it's like, okay, let's figure it out rather than getting angry at somebody. So somebody could be like, "Oh man, I broke your computer." I'm like, "Oh, these things fucking happen." Like,
yeah.
You try to make the other person feel better because you realize like they probably are shitting it.
Because you've probably seen it as well.
Yeah.
At times in life, whenever somebody's broken something or damaged something completely on accident and completely not willing to do it, and then someone's blown up at them.
Like it's not your fault.
Like that's been me, and I've seen it happen to other people that I love, and I'm like, I never want to be that person.
Yeah, it's like when you stub your toe against something and you apologize to the thing, even though you're hurting. Like it's just
you walk into a chair and you're like, so sorry.
Yeah, it's your knee jerk reaction, and I'm really glad that turned into my knee jerk reaction because it could have been fucking really shitty, like really shitty.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, that is a great quality to have where you just don't blow up. It's that like literal like don't cry over spilt milk.
Unless
like,
there's three things, a sensory overload in 3 cents. Like if something's touching me, and something's hurting.
Yeah, no, then it's like just. But you're good enough. You remove yourself from situations.
Yeah,
you're like me. I'm like I have to go. Like on the flight, I was like, I've been exposed to people for too long. I need to go sit on top of the toilet and exist for 5 minutes without being perceived. And that's what I did.
No, would it ever you ever take like a really bad bathroom trip on the plane or anything like that? A plane? You ever been to
You're remembering this time that I just remembered where I had bubble guts.
On a plane of all sorts.
I had the worst case of bubble guts. Anyway, my tummy was making the most outrageous noises, and I went to the loo to try and make it better.
Before that, like, was there ever anything?
Oh, when I farted in my sleep. It smelled so bad that my eyes started to water.
This is what you get for me being the roommate. I remember everything.
Oh, and the person I was traveling with can't smell.
They have a bad sense of smell.
They have they have 90% of their smell gone, but they can smell intense things. And I farted so bad that they were like, "Did you just fart?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Like, did the babies go quiet? Like birds dropping from the sky?
Literally. And then I went to the bathroom and was like, "Oh my god, I have to fart." But then was like hoping that because I was wearing a thong that it would go. It didn't, and it just went like torpedo noises in the bathroom.
That thong was a fucking G-string, you know what I mean?
It was on fire, like it was so bad. So yeah, that was not ideal.
What's the crack with Janet Devlin?
All right, we're gonna leave you guys and love you guys. We're gonna try and do the Sprite challenge.
Do you have to chug this all at one go?
Yeah, all in one go, and then try not to burp.
You've been practicing chugging for so much longer than I was.
Yeah, but spirits and wine, so it's not fizzy stuff. I was good at.
Yeah, that's very true.
Anybody could have drunk me under the table in beer, but if you try, I could have drank a bottle of Jack Daniels and go out.
Cheers! All right, let's go. Is it whoever gets it first?
You have to drink it, and then you have to not burp, and whoever doesn't burp for the longest wins.
Okay, ready?
You cheater!
Yeah, it hurts my palate. Almost burped there. Hold on. I'm so bad at drinking things.
You're fucked it already.
No, I'm not halfway through. It hurts my chest.
Okay, a little bit came out there, but it didn't make a noise. But how the frick do you get to the end of this?
Oh, she's going for it.
We like to drink with Janet because Janet is our mate. Wow, she wins. I guess I won't have to finish this. Fuck me. Anyway, that's the show. Hey. That's impressive. I feel bad for my little baby burps.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
This hurts the chest. We have heart problems. What are we
It
doing?
got to my stomach. Come on. Pussy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Take care. Goodbye. Bye, everyone. Bye.
If you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you have any guest suggestions, topic requests, or feedback, then hit me up in the YouTube comments. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you never miss an episode, or sign up to the Patreon for even more content. Have a happy day.